Hey guys, today we are taking a look at a budget-friendly keyboard made by a company called E-YOOSO. So this is a USB mechanical gaming keyboard, and you have some backlights as well as some RGB strips down the sides, which looks pretty badass. I have the black edition, but it does come in numerous colors. You can get this off-white orange color as well as a two-tone gray. But something that really stood out to me was actually the price of this keyboard. So for what you're getting, this thing is $34, which works out to be 27 pounds. So you can pick it up from the bzfuture website. I will leave a link down below in the description in case you want to check it out. In terms of the quality of this keyboard, obviously it's plastic, most keyboards are. It does have a fair amount of weight to it, and something I really like is it's very grippy. So when it's on the desk, when I'm typing, I don't actually knock the keyboard, which is super nice. I hate those keyboards where you go ahead to type and then you kind of knock it out of place and your finger slips. This one, it doesn't do that. It's very secure on the desk, and it has these flip out stands at the back in case you want to elevate the keyboard a bit to give you a little bit more height. Underneath those keys, I actually have the red switches. However, you can pick up blue switches online. These keys are very soft, so they don't really have much of a tactile feel. They do still have some feedback when you're typing. The keys do travel a fair amount, and obviously when they hit the end point, it does make a click sound, but it is a little bit more softer than the other switches out there. But in terms of how this keyboard sounds, I'm just going to go ahead and test it right now and record the audio so you guys can actually see exactly the tactile sound you're going to get out of it. I actually found these keys very responsive, and it took a little bit of time to adjust because as soon as you touch the key, even if it doesn't fully travel down, it's going to go ahead and actually trigger that key. So, I found myself typing a lot of mistypes all the time. So yeah, it definitely will take some time to get used to it. Having super responsive keys without necessarily needing the key to fully travel down might be a benefit for many gamers. And for me, I prefer wireless keyboards, but again, it might be better for gamers because this keyboard plugs directly in and you're not going to get any latency due to the wireless connectivity, which again is a benefit. Now, obviously, this keyboard has removable caps, so you can go ahead and pull them all off and see the switches underneath. But something that really stands out is you can actually remove the switches. So if you don't like those red switches or the blue ones included, you can actually go ahead and unplug the switches and buy some more online and plug them in and actually use the board as kind of a build-it-yourself keyboard kit, which is kind of cool because this is such a cheap keyboard, you wouldn't really expect it to have that functionality. Now, something I really wish the keyboard had is RGB lights under every single key. Now, it does actually have lights. It has backlights under every single key on the board. However, they are fixed. So they're a fixed color, which in this case is kind of a white blue color. It definitely looks pretty nice, but I just wish I had that little bit of flexibility to adjust the colors to my liking. There is various preset modes built into this keyboard, so if you're a gamer specifically, then you can turn on a specific mode which will light up the keys you need in order to sort of move your character around. And there's also built-in animations. There's this cool color wave effect so that whenever you type a key, an actual wave of light will shoot out from that key and spread across the entire keyboard. So it's definitely super fun and super customizable in that regards, but again, no RGB behind every key. There is actually these two RGB light strips on the sides of the keyboard, so if you're in a dark room, you can actually go ahead and customize the speed and color of these bars at the side, and that can kind of make up for the fact that it doesn't have it behind every single key. Something I find super annoying is when you click the caps lock button, it doesn't go ahead and light up. It just goes ahead and turns on this little LED light, which is on the other side of the keyboard. So whenever I want to check if the caps lock is on, rather than looking at the caps lock, I have to look at the other end of the keyboard, which seems a little bit counterintuitive to me. So yeah, I can say I'm definitely getting used to typing on this thing. Coming from a low profile keyboard, it is challenging, but obviously if you're familiar with these tactile keyboards and you're a gamer out there, then I think you're definitely going to enjoy the experience this keyboard provides. They are very durable keys, and the actual letters aren't just printed on, they're actually sort of engraved in this translucent plastic inside the keycap. So it's going to handle pretty well over time, and these keys are rated for 50 million clicks. So every single key can be clicked 50 million times, possibly even more, which is kind of crazy. So it's definitely going to last you a while, especially if you're clicking the keys all day, playing games, then yeah, I think this is a pretty great keyboard for the price. Something a little bit strange I found is when you have those legs flicked out and the keyboard's kind of raised off the desk a bit, if you're heavy-handed like me and you type pretty hard, there is kind of an echo sound that comes from the base of the keyboard And I think that might be due to it just being hollow. Maybe they should have put some sound dampening or some foam in there or something to kind of absorb some of that key travel, because it does sound and feel a little bit cheap when you're just typing very hard and it's raised off the desk. However, if you have those legs in and the keyboard's flat on the desk, I don't really have that issue. So yeah, it's definitely a good keyboard for the price. It's nothing like any of the professional Razer ones or high-end ones by any means, but for the price point, it's definitely a decent quality, and I really like the brightness of the lights and the customization, and I think, yeah, this is definitely a keyboard I could recommend within this price point. So thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Remember to comment, rate, and subscribe, and I will see you guys later. Peace.